Hi guys, long time no video. To answer the question at the opening of this video, I'm going to be including a short video clip here in a few seconds, so I'll let that speak for itself. Um, and then afterwards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer as many questions as possible because I know a lot of you, for some reason, are concerned about me. Um, I'll answer as much as I can, but anyway, watch this short clip of me doing friction fire, and I'll be back with you in a few moments. Tiny ember. Fresh sats like this, they usually just make these small pencil eraser sized embers. Have to be gentle with them. I'm back. Hopefully that answered your question. Yes, I still practice various forms of friction fire. Even using a Bic lighter, I do that. That's predominantly my top method of making fires. But these things, they hold a special place with me. Now, before you start asking all these questions, what kind of wood or what kind of weed was that? What kind of spindle? What kind of fireboard was that? I honestly don't know. I picked these up on the hike that I took yesterday. I made a video about that. I would think you guys would enjoy that video more than this. Um, I, it's some kind of wood. That's all I know. I mean, there were all types of trees in the area. It was dry. The earth board I had to split down, obviously, but and you can still see the bark actually on this guy. I don't know what kind of wood this is. I know it's some kind of wood. This is some kind of wood. They just have the properties, specific properties that I'm interested in. Anymore it's if they're dry. And it hasn't rained here in a long time. Like I said, I was actually going to make a fire with this last night, but I didn't. So this is kind of like a relatively fresh set. I just picked this up out of the woods. I have no clue what it is, but let me get my thoughts together here, and I will answer some of your more specific questions other than. Okay, what have I been up to? Well, I've just been busy with life, work, family commitments, interest. I have a lot more interest other than just YouTube. I mean, YouTube kind of takes a far back seat, back burner to my regular life. YouTube to me is only a place where I document, and that's it. The things you see on my channel, they're pretty unique, especially like when it comes to like the Rudiger row friction fire method. Those are all things I came up with when it comes to that method. I didn't copy them from anyone. No one told me to do that. Those are just all, I guess you could say, part of the collective processes between these two ears here over a long period of time. That's how I came up with that stuff. But that's what my channel is about. It's about documentation. And honestly, like I said, it takes a big back burner and a back seat to my regular life. So, I've just been busy with life. Okay, I'm going to try to answer some questions now that are relative to friction fire. And one guy in particular, Mark, you have sent me a lot of questions. And one of your main ones was, I believe how you put it was, wherein does the human potential lie or exist? And I think what you were asking is, there an ultimate level? Or is there some cutoff to where you can't go beyond as far as skill with friction fire, be it hand drill, bow drill, Rudiger row friction fire method, or anything? And I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, I don't know. I will say this, I'm comfortable with where I'm at. And I've told you this before. And I don't think I'm explaining myself well enough. I don't feel the need to practice and get any better. Could I? Yes, I could. I have no idea how far I could take these methods. I don't. You kept asking questions about, hey man, I see that you did this with submerging your hand drill set in water for 5-10 minutes at a time and you still get embers. Well, you could do that too, Mark, with practice. You could go beyond that. I have no idea where or how far you can take these methods. I don't. Only you, Mark, can answer that question. I can't answer that for you. And I hope that helps, and I hope that that's encouraging. Because if I can improve, you can go beyond that. Think about that. Okay, question is, do I use some kind of secret grip mediums to place on my hands when I do the hand drills? And I'm going to go ahead and say no, absolutely not. And I don't recommend that you do that either. I think that what you guys were saying is a product that you can get called Stickum, or maybe somebody said pine resin. I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I don't use them, and I don't have any experience with using those things, but I will say this. If you put that on your hands and you rotate a spindle back and forwards with the intent of developing an ember, what do you think that's going to do to your hands? To me, that sounds like a bad idea. I think it's a really bad idea to put something on your hands like that. I've suggested to other people before in the past that you could use ashes and rub on your hands and it would improve your grip, but people have known about that for a long time. I used to use it on my hands when I lift weights, and I still do when I lift weights. Do I do it though? Absolutely not, and I think it's a bad idea that you would use something like that on your hands. Here's something else. I don't have a problem with grip, and the great Really Big Monkey 1, who has arguably the best hand drill video that I've ever seen in my life, he in that video clearly states that he doesn't have a problem with grip either. That's one other person. I have a friend from up in Canada, Mark, and it's not the one that I mentioned earlier in this video. He doesn't have a problem with grip either, and he does on-the-spot hand drill fire. And David Pearson, the guy, Really Big Monkey 1, David Pearson, he's the other guy that said he didn't have a problem with grip, and he does an on-the-spot friction fire right in that video. So, do I use secret grip mediums? No, absolutely not, and I don't recommend that you do it either. Now, if those things don't harm your hands, then I apologize for working for you. Continue to do so, but do it at your own risk. I still think it'll tear the hide off your hands if you continue to do it. Okay, will Kim make any more fire making videos? Right now, no. She is busy with school, and she's going to be having that trial come up about the stalking incident a few years back. Those of you who know Kim know that she's protecting her privacy, and she wants to remain in anonymity. So thank you for not sharing her videos and making those public, because she's trying to protect her identity still, especially with what I just said, as you can imagine. I will say this, Kim, those of you who've seen her videos, and for those of you who haven't, I apologize. I cannot share them because I am in agreement with her. Kim is the most gifted fire making expert that I have, and she is a real expert. She's not like these people on YouTube. She is a real expert. She's the most gifted that I've ever seen. She actually tied the world's record. Now, I didn't even think this was possible because I thought it was fake. She tied the world's record in the bow drill for the fastest bow drill. It's crazy. It's something like 6 or 7 seconds from the time you start spinning to the time you blow it to flame. There's video. Those of you out there who've seen it know that we're telling the truth. Also, she's a couple seconds off from the world's record with Flint and Steel, and she's close to beating that guy. The same guy who did the bow drill record is the same guy who did the Flint and Steel record. She's going to time. She's going to try to take his record out, and she's going to video proof it when she starts making videos. But like I said, she's the most gifted fire making person that I've never seen anything like her. She's amazing. And when she puts videos out there, there'll be a whole lot of people probably taking their videos down because they won't want to be compared against her. She's the real deal. She claims that she's a student of mine, but I'm going to go ahead and say no, Kim. I think I've learned more from you than you've ever learned from me, sister. So keep up the good work there, and I hope one day to see your videos on YouTube because I'll be one of your biggest supporters. But I hope that's answered the questions, and I'm going to go ahead and get off here, and you guys have a good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend, okay?